Hey there, welcome back guys. In this video we're going to show you how to fly the DJI NEO in manual mode slower. Not everything's got to be fast, right? So sometimes you just want to take it slow and then speed things up. So without any further ado, let's get started. We're going to take you from 0 to hero going really slow, 6 to 5 miles an hour, maybe even 3, if that works for you, so that you can just learn what the skills that you'll need to have moving forward so that you can go through those tight spots faster. But it doesn't always work that way. So the ideal way is to go low and slow so you don't have to cash in on that care refresh sooner than you think. Anyway, so without any further ado, let's get started. All right, so here's the DJI NEO. We're going to put a battery in. We have 3. Probably do a flight of 1 today. Depends how many. And then now, just going to put that in there. So remember, you want to make sure that when you change the camera pitch angle, that you do it when you're in manual mode. Don't change the camera pitch and then go into manual mode, because it's not going to set that way. All right, knowing that, in case you're wondering how you change the camera pitch, what you do is this button right there. See that? All right, you just adjust that until you get your desired. Remember this one right here, until you get your desired levels that you want to reach. All right, knowing that, moving forward, we're going to throw the drone up in the air. No, you don't throw it up, but yeah, we're going to put it up. Fly it. But before we fly, make sure you don't have any TFRs, that you're good to go, and you have someone in the shadows. All right, notify and fly. We'll do commercials since we'll post this on YouTube. And hold on 1 second, and then go here, and then close, and then see, never trust the process, because I did notify and fly, but apparently it didn't really work. No, see, oh yeah, it did. See, now it did, but that should be, this should be yellow, right? It shouldn't be like an alert. So what we'll do is we'll quit the app and do this again, and then see, nope. So we'll just do checklist, and you just want to dot your T's and cross your I's. Why this glitches that way, I don't know, but I know what to do to get it to look the way it's supposed to, in case, let's say, someone from the FAA showed up. But the odds of that happening are like 1 in a million, but you never know. Someone could report you, cops show up and like, yo, did you launch your before your fly app? I'm like, sure. And then we press OK. Now that we did that, filed flight, and it should be, no, interesting. All right, let's try that again. Okay, checklist. Go there, there, next, there. I'm in good health today. It might be a day when you're not feeling well. Maybe you had too much to drink. I'm not sure. And then we'll go to next, commercial, next, file flight. See, and then you get here, and then we'll file close. And now, if we close it, whoops, let's see, sound of the recycling. Wednesday's a great day to come fly here. See, and now we have caution. See that? And you want that, even if you see 3 or 4 in there, that's okay. You want this to be that color. All right, knowing that and moving forward, we're going to put on our goggles. So you turn on your goggles, make sure you got enough battery in your goggles. Check your goggles too, because that's going to determine how much flight time you have. And also when you check your remote controller, that's going to determine how much flight time you have. So remember, not just the battery in the drone, but the battery life and everything that you're going to be using for the experience that will get you up in the air. Okay, knowing that and moving forward, let's turn on the drone. We're not using the phone today to fly it. There's another video for that. I'll leave a link in the description down below. If you have glasses, take them off. Actually, maybe put them in the bag in case you got to grab your stuff and run. And then now, let me go into the goggles. 1 moment, please. Hold on. Please stand by. I just need to switch my drone. Oh, nice. It's NEO. Okay, did we turn it on? Oh, so turning it on is a little bit tricky. You gotta press it and then hold it until the propellers do that. And then now we should get a ding ding, okay? Any minute. And when we get that, I'm going to press record, okay? Give me a second. All right, so now I'm recording. I just need to clap so I can sync. Hold on 1 second. 1, 2, 3, right? And then we got, let me see if I could do it this way. 1, 2, 3. And this way I can sync the video with everything here when we go back to the studio. And I'll show you how to do that. All right, so now we have everything here. We want to go into here, not transmission, but settings, control. We have it set to fast, but we want to go slow. We've gone fast before, right? So we're going to set it to slow, and then go to the remote controller, gain and expo. This is already set. The yaw should give us a nice experience. It's set for full manual, okay? But let's try regular. And we want to, actually, you know what? Let's try full manual. We'll try full manual, low and slow, and then we'll try it another way as we're up in the air, okay? Knowing that, moving forward, move everything out of the way, especially your camera, if you have a camera. Whoops, put that here. And then we'll put this right about there. Okay, now I'm going to, we're still recording. A little windy. Remember, this drone doesn't really handle too well in the wind, but it should. It should do everything it needs to do. We'll just put the camera a little bit back so you can see it. Away we go. Yeah, that should do the trick. All right. And remember, we're in normal mode right now, okay? And then now we're gonna, there we are. So you can do low and slow in normal mode, right? Look at that, here I am. I can go under, whoa, sort of. I can go under there, right? It's tilting a little bit. See, I just went under there. And I can spin around and go back. Whoa, watch the bench. Be aware of your surroundings, otherwise you're shit out of luck. All right, so the drone will just hover and stay right there. But what if I want to do low and slow in manual mode? Remember, we're in full manual. So we're gonna put this here like this, sport mode, all right? And in sport mode, turn down a little bit. Huh, interesting. Where's manual mode? I don't see manual mode, it's still going up. Huh, interesting. Let's check the remote controllers. Going left, going right. Sport, that should be manual. All right, let's go into our settings and see what may have gone wrong. All right, so we're gonna go here, settings, control. We have the speed set to slow. Remote controller, make sure, yeah, manual mode is there. Oh, it's in sport mode, okay? So you wanna make sure this right here is in manual mode. Not sure what and make sure you did your joystick singing or whatever you did to your sticks to make them work right for you. Click confirm, and then now we can go back, and then see, and then now I can flip it. 1, 2, third one is manual mode. Remember, you only need to adjust. See how it just jumped to, this is what I don't like about this drone. Let me put it back. It jumps into 40 degrees. It puts the camera angle at 40 degrees, which is a little bit of a bummer. So make sure your camera angle is not at 40 degrees, but to do that, what you'll do is you'll put it in manual mode, right? And then let me just go right here. So I'm gonna do, let me make sure I can see. We can see. So I'm gonna flip this and put it up, and then 1, 2. The last one should be manual mode, as you can see, and then put it into 40 degrees. So then what you wanna do is you wanna lower it. So when you see with this thing right here, just change the pitch so that it's, I don't know, maybe 6 or 7. Or see, now we're in manual mode, and then we're adjusting the camera angle. 6 or 7, that's gonna be really slow. All right, so now when I adjust my stick into manual mode, see, I'm in manual mode. I'm hardly moving. See, and then you can go lower and slower. See, I'm 8 feet off the ground, X feet off the ground, and then you just have to find, so you can go really low Whoops, a little bit too low, but it's tricky, but you get the hang of it. And you just have to be good with your depth and perception. See, we're only going 6 or 7 miles per hour, but when you're nervous, it actually feels like you're going really fast, you know, like literally. See, I'm only going 5 miles an hour with a camera pitch like that. Hold it steady, hold it steady. See, you just hold it tight. And see, that was only 5 miles an hour. So remember, we have our camera pitch set really small, between 6 and 7. And we're in full manual mode, which would be acro mode in the simulator. See, let's see if we can make it through there. This drone should be able to. The hardest part is keeping it centered. You see, your fingers will shake, you'll get nervous, but it can be done. You can do it. Oh, let's try that one. That one looks really good. And remember, we're in full manual mode, so you gotta keep your joysticks at the right angle. Pretend you're in the simulator. Ah, bummer. It's hard, and it's just your nerves, you know. Now, let me see. I'm gonna put the joystick on my lap because it's really hard flying with my arms stretched out. All right, so you get the idea. So now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try and see if we can go through there again. Okay. Oh, watch your battery. See, we're at 66%, and we're going, look, 5 miles an hour. But when you're doing 5 miles an hour and you're not used to flying so low, it actually feels like you're doing 20 miles an hour. Whoops. See, I hit the ground, which is okay. This drone can handle it. The grass is cut really short. And then trying to get through there. See? Low and slow. Let's see if we can go through a smaller spot, which would be somewhere, whoops, somewhere. Whoa, that was pretty close. So, it's hard, it's tricky, it just requires skill, but as you can see, look, I'm only doing 9 miles an hour, 11 at a max. And you just have to build the skill set to fly low. See, look, 7 miles an hour. That's not even fast. See, voila. And just practice, practice. Of course, make sure if you do this, that you're flying low and slow, and that, see, look, now we can flip. Well, and you see how the yaw and the pitch, it's a smooth roll. It's really smooth, look at that. I can do a turn. Whoops. That was a little bit too slow of a turn. But I was able to pick it up and get, yeah, so you want to make sure you're higher up when doing flips like that, impact detected, which is okay, see? And you're able to do that without, before it was a little bit trickier, whoops, to do. Let me just get it out. Lost the drone. Oh, nice. All right, so that was not expected to happen, and we lost control of the drone, literally. Why, I don't know. All right, we're back. Whoops. We were able to find our drone thanks to our spotter. As you can see, the battery just fell out and it crashed and I couldn't control it. It just simply had a mind of its own, which is a little disappointing because the kill switch didn't work. Battery, it just crashed and did its own thing in air, as you saw. All right, so let's try that again. As you can see, low and slow is not always the best way to go. So we're gonna go, let me press record on my goggles. Let's see, settings, and then, hold on. Okay, we're recording again, and we'll see if we can get this to sync on 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. All right, here we are. A little disappointed that the kill switch didn't work. And the drone just did its own thing. Like it was just flying out like a bat out of hell, out of control. It could be the firmware, it could be, we're not sure, to be honest with you. We're in N mode, okay? And we're just gonna, hopefully, away we go, all right? So everything should be the same as usual. As you can see, sometimes the drone will just, this is why you need a spotter. Whoops, the drone will have a mind of its own. So we're in N mode. Just gonna, and so since you know the drone could be unpredictable and just lose control like you just saw, you always wanna take off like away from where there are people. So when I put myself in manual mode, right? Remember, adjust that stick. Let me show you one more time in case, whoops, you want to see it. This one right here. See, I'm adjusting. So if I adjust my camera angle, right, and I'm in N mode, that's what it's going to be. So as soon as I switch to M mode, sport, see, the camera angle switches all the way back to 40, and you don't want to be in 40. 40 is going to be, you're going to be flying like a bat out of hell, okay? You do 1 degree works well. Now we only have one stick to adjust, which is that one. Now I'm going to put it on my lap and just fly. See, the drone is flying low and slow. Now remember, it kind of reminds me of a typical FPV drone. Sometimes when you crash a drone that you build, it just like flies like a bat out of hell, out of control. See, I'm going forward 9 miles per hour, going slower and lower. See that? Slower. Even though I'm doing 6 miles an hour, it actually feels like I'm doing 50 miles an hour. Because remember, I'm not used to flying that fast either. See, look, 5 miles an hour. But the problem is like developing the nerves of steel to actually fit through something like that, which you can. See, I did it. Yay, right? And then now, here we go again, manual mode, fly with caution. You're gonna go fast, but the fastest I'm going is 12. Remember, this is a low and slow video. See, look at that. Remember, if I hit the ground, I guess it throws off some stuff with the sensors in the drone, and it just basically makes it do what it did a second ago. I thought we had a flyaway. I was like, oh no, I'm gonna be using my care refresh. See, just keeping it low and slow, and then coming back up again. Remember, if you bunny hop and hit the ground, the drone might, develop a mind of its own. So try and avoid it from hitting the ground. See, low and slow. And that's at 2 miles an hour. But it felt like I was doing 50 miles an hour. Because remember, when you're not used to flying low and slow, remember, this is a low and slow video. We have fast videos too. Today is a LSD day, or LDS, low and slow. Low and slow. So if you're not, let's say, oh no, can I make it through there? Oh man, and if you miss it, whoa, see, I got it. Kind of neat, huh? And remember, try to avoid hitting the ground, because if you do, you might wind up with a flyaway, like we just did. And none of the buttons worked. I tried to, like the drone was flying in a particular direction. I tried to do the kill switch. Kill switch didn't work. DJI, if you're watching, you gotta fix this. Because I do have a kill switch enabled, which, like, if let's say the drone's flying away, let's see if we can hover it, right? Hover is like putting it right about there, and let's see if we can drop the drone from the sky. Lower it down, press the kill switch. Nope. Turn it around. Let me just bring it in a little bit. And start, stop. No. Oh, that's start, stop video. Okay. We got our video. Okay, that's our video back. See that? Where we do that, we'll just do like a, yeah, so you see, even the kill switch isn't working. Where is the kill switch? No. Start, stop only does the video. Maybe this one, hold on. See, M mode, unable to adjust gimbal, which is fine. And maybe we have to set the kill switch or not. Either way, see, it didn't work. Well, let's see. We can test that with the settings in a bit. All right. Anyway, remember, low and slow. Low and slow. See, the angle is really tricky. But the good thing about flying in manual mode, when it's really windy, the drone will always be level and you'll get that amazing footage no matter what. See, the drone is drifting because, wow, you saw that? It's just like has a mind of its own sometimes. So I'm not ready for that, but you know, you level up and you practice in the simulator because the skills are transferable. See, look, I'm only doing 6 miles an hour, but it feels like I'm going really fast. See, low and slow. See, and it's trying to keep it low and slow. See that? Kind of neat, huh? And if you do this enough times, you will, look, 2 miles an hour, right? 2 miles an hour. That's because we had the camera pitch. I don't think the drone can go any slower. You know, 5 miles an hour. See? Getting it at that angle. So once you have it at that angle, the rest is just basically boosting your confidence and holding that stick steady so that you can make it through that tight spot. See? And if I can just holding it steady. And what happens is you get nervous, right? And ideally, this is where you want to crash. Because if you go low and slow and crash, you're all right. I got it. I got it. I got it. Whoa, did it, see? But it's just developing the nerves of steel. And eventually, you know, you'll get there. And remember, we're in full manual mode, okay? And to know if you are, for me, if I'm going to go full manual, what I'll do is I'll go higher up and then do the flip. See how smooth that is? And that's because our yaw is where it needs to be. See? And I'll do one more through the little thingy over there. Look, 6 miles an hour. Kind of neat, huh? Let's see. And then now, almost, you can do it. 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 Whoa! See that? That's pretty low, right? How low can you go? We're at 49% battery. And remember, this is a low and slow video. We already did the fast. So we're not going to go fast in this video. We're going to try and see if we can work our craft and go through small. And sometimes you guys got to turn back, right? I'm like a real FPV guy. Not that I'm not real, but could probably fly through that, right? We're not there yet. We'll get there. Like literally. Like, oh, you can't fly the bleachers? Oh, you just do like this. Yeah, low and slow. But it doesn't work that way. I'm going to take it out of manual mode, and I want to check my settings with my sticks. So we're still recording, and then go to settings, and then control. We're just hovering. It's set to fast, but as you saw, we were going really slow. The drone is sort of bouncing and doing what mind of its own thingy. All right, so C1, what does that do? Nope, ESC bipping. Oh, yeah, we already have ESC bipping. We have gimbal recenter, down. Oh no, we don't have a kill switch. Gimbal down, gimbal recenter. Maybe it's C2. C2, what are the options there? Stop motors, okay. I like to do my motors, my gimbal manually to reset. So maybe, ideally, hold on, let's make sure our drone is still hovering. All right, so I like to make sure that, let's see how, top, C2 mid, maybe, I don't want them all to be stop motors, right? You have start motors, stop motors. I guess if you want to take off in manual mode, let's see what happens if we recenter gimbal. See, it overrides it. All right, so we'll do that because we actually need that, right? Considering what just happened, the drone lost control and just had a mind of its own. And so as you saw, you can't have that. You know, you really, especially if people around, even you got a spotter hiding in the shadows, right? What do? You got to be able to shut the drone off. Otherwise, it's flying like a bat out of hell, right? So you think safety first, have care refresh, because if you do, when you shut those motors off, You're all right. And let's see. Oh, that's good to know. You can't oh, because we're not in manual mode. Okay, so we're in sport mode. That's okay. You're like, they figured you can land your drone. So now we're just gonna go into manual mode. Okay, make sure, see, oh nice, it didn't jump to 40 degrees. All right, so now let's say, oh no, my drone, oh, put it in manual mode. We only adjust one stick. As you saw, I'm like, oh shit, what the hell is happening? Make sure I'm like not too high off the ground. It says 15 feet, but we're not that high. And then we're gonna kill it. See, voila. And then hold on 1 second. I'll be back.
Sorry, I don't understand.
I wasn't talking to you. All right, so you see battery level's low, but we were able to kill the switch, right? If that makes any sense. We're thinking safety first, okay? So now we're just gonna go get the drone. And this is good to know that now you can start the motors, right? But there's no turtle mode, so unless the drone landed in a position that's not upside down, you pretty much gotta go find it and go get it. But as you can see, here we go. We got our drone. Voila. We'll just move this like that. And now we're here. We're just gonna go and sync the audio. So we get battery level low, 1, 2, 3. Let's see if we can start the motors now with this little new kill switch feature. Throttle down, because it's gonna be in manual mode. No, did it? Oh yeah, it did. So down starts it. And then now remember, we're starting in manual mode. So you gotta know what you're doing here. Maybe move the camera out of the way and then go up. Whoa. So I've never really, this is my first time starting in manual mode. And as we saw, I'm not sure what the camera pitch is at. Sometimes, oh yeah, 1. So it's low and slow. Up. See the drone? See throttle, throttle output limit reached. Interesting. I got that with the other drone too. Battery low, return home. We'll put it here into normal mode. Fly it back to us, okay, to where we are. And we can bring it low enough so that we can land it before it actually starts to go beep, 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 beep. See? And now I should be able to walk up to it, hopefully. See, it's like doing that. It's really weird. And it landed, which is pretty cool. See if we can put another battery in. One moment, please. Our last battery, our third one. Whoops. That's battery number 2. Don't break your stuff. Okay. Last one. Battery number 3. Make sure we're here. Just going to turn this one on. See? Voila. Get started. We'll try taking off in manual mode. And I'm going to press the record button so that we're recording. Make sure nothing's in the way. So what we're going to do here is sync the audio and just do a 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay? And then now, this can go like that. So that kill switch only works in manual mode. So when you're normal, you really have to know what you're doing. And you know where you're flying, have your spotter watching. So in this case, we'll just start it regularly. See? And then make sure your stuff is clear. And as you can see, only in manual mode. Bummer. And then just lift off. See? Voila. We'll put it back in manual mode. Remember, only one stick. Remember, see how it just jumped into, it changed the camera pitch? Just leave it at 1. Whoops. 3. 2. Whoops. 0. Let's see what 0 does. And now we're with the stick, so we go in manual mode. See? And then voila. zero might, I'm sure zero. Oh yeah, there we go, 3 miles an hour. Okay, 2 miles. It just feels like you're going so fast when you're going low and slow. Because it's new to you, you know? See, look at that, 3 miles an hour. See? Zero might be too slow. Because then you spend too much time adjusting the pole, the sticks. 6 to 7 is all right. Low and slow. There we are. And the trick is to keep it straight. Kind of like I was doing in the FPV logic simulator. You know, balancing, whoa, the sticks. Whoa, I went into no. See, I got nervous. I had what you would call an oh shit moment. So always have that oh shit moment stick ready. And put it back into manual. All right. So our oh shit moment button works. All right. But I just got nervous. See, it's just basically nerves and developing. So you're gonna be a much better pilot in the simulator versus your experience. Whoops. See, you should just fly right through. Let's try it again. And then versus your experience in the real world, because you're going to be sort of like a white knuckle driver. See, we're only going 8 miles an hour, but it feels like I'm doing 50. Go around again. See if I can do the low one. Now I'm doing 10. That's as fast as it's going to go at 0, probably. Voila. See, just keep it steady. Don't get nervous and start jerking your joystick, because that's where things are going to mess up. You know? So that's pretty much it. Kind of neat, huh? Let's see what we have here. Whoa. And be aware of your surroundings, because sometimes you might accidentally hit something not knowing what's there. And so scout out the area first before you fly, so you know what's on the left, so you know what's on the right, so you know what's in the front of you, so you know like how big the distance is between these things. Like it's really short. It's not high. And then you just work your craft, and you know, when you're ready, you can go fast and steady. See that? And it's hard, don't get me wrong. See, and then the drone sort of like has a habit of like lifting up. This is with the latest firmware update. What a bummer. And then when you get really good in the real world, you can like do some benches or bleachers. But you know, you're not there yet. Remember, this is low and slow. See? Low and slow. We know the drone can fit under there. Let's see how much battery do we have left. And we know the drone can fit. And the trick is developing that speed in manual mode. We know it can fit through there, because look at that. But can we do it? 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 Whoops. Nope. Impact detected. See, when you get that in, one day. One day. So you just have to fly right through it. Let's see. Manual mode, fly with caution. See, it's only going 8 miles an hour, but it's really hard to get that pitch/angle so that we can just fly. Fly like the wind child. See, and the drone's drifting too. And so that part is tricky. See, did it. Woohoo! It was hard. Don't get me wrong, but it's hard to keep the drone straight because your fingers start shaking. You get like shaky cam syndrome. It's like your first day. It feels like your first day flying. The first day ever flying a drone. Do you remember that? The first time you ever flew and you couldn't stop your hand. So it's kind of like that. So it's like an introductory experience for you, and that's it. Kind of neat, huh? Gotta love it. And we know we're in full manual mode because we can do a flip, smooth flip, thanks to the yaw being at 80. It does get a little prop wash thing happening, like, but it's a little weird. Let's see, hold on. There we go. Smoother. See? not compared to before, and this is what the settings. Let me share with you the settings before the battery dies. Let me just pull the drone around. And then nice, look at that yaw. And then I'm gonna put it into sport mode. See, and I'll share with you the settings that we have here. It should stay hovered, but as you can see, it sort of like has a mind of its own. I'm just gonna share with you the settings and go into, oh, it may be able to, safety, not safety, control, remote control, and then gain and expo. See, we have roll 30, pitch 30, yaw 80, okay? And then we have here, maximum rate 500, 500, and then 650. If you don't want to do any flips, just turn this green button on, and then you're fine, okay? For me, I'm comfortable with it now. I can just leave it off, and then there we go. And with it off, it allows you to do flips, but I won't recommend doing it lower to the ground. So let's say we'll try one last flip before we go. See? Oh, nice. It's set to 1. Remember, only one stick needs to be adjusted. Or we'll do a roll. I'm not crazy about the flips. All right, so we'll do one roll sideways. See how smooth that is? Nice, right? See, but the drone drifts afterwards, and it just it's kind of cool being able to do that without pressing a button, you know. And that's it. See, look at the miles per hour. See, look at that, 7 miles per hour. Whoops. Impact detected. Just watch what you're doing. I wasn't looking at the... I do notice it's drifting a bit. And that may be because it's not used to flying so slow, right? The drone just can't... they're like, wait, why is he going so slow? See? And there we go. And there we go. Come on, you got this, you got this, you got this. Boom, see? Voila. I would, yeah, see? Not bad. And let's see, where else can we go through? We got some little things there. What's our battery? 45%. Might have to bring it back soon. Okay. And we're in manual mode, but remember we have it set to the pitch to be low and slow. And that's it. I think I have to leave enough juice in here so that we can say goodbye. Okay. So I'm just going to fly it back. And remember, you don't want to fly it fast. If you can, get that out of your system. But as you saw, when you fly it fast too much, the drone sort of develops a mind of its own, and it locks you out. It locks you out of manual mode. So that's probably a safe. And you've seen what happens in the simulator. So that's basically a safety feature that's built in that DJI put in there. That's like, let's kick him out of manual mode if he gets too cocky and tries to fly too fast. Right? Kind of neat, huh? My first flyaway. The drone was just flying, and I left the controllers like that, and it just started going in another direction. You saw upside down. I was like, oh shit, what do? I said, I shut it off. I could do the kill switch, and I didn't realize I didn't have that program, so there wasn't anything I can do. I tried to take it out of the manual mode to switch it back into normal mode, and that didn't work, which is really weird. You know what we say when that happened is, welcome back to everything that glitches. A little bit nervous, but thankfully I had my spotter in the shadows, so they were able to point in the direction of where the drone was. But you got to be careful. So make sure you have your kill switch set so that if that does happen, the motors will stop and the drone will fall from the sky. If you can get an idea, you got to think in bullet time whether or not that's an ideal spot for the drone to actually fall too. But either way, you know, beats falling into a crowd, beats flying into the river or whatever. Yeah, there you go. I always hear these stories about the flyaways, but I've never experienced one. And thankfully, you know, I was close by. Anyway, I hope this video helped you. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to leave them down below. Or ideas for other videos. Remember to like and subscribe. And I'll see you all next time.